What up, y'all? It's Jay here. Back at it again with the food adventure. Going to go to 3 spots. Ramen spot, just pick up some oysters again, and also just go to a French restaurant. So it's gonna be interesting. Ramen restaurant, it's coming up real quick. It's called Santoka. I've been there before. I've filmed it in a way where actually I might have actually passed it. Let me quickly search this up right now. So it's called Santoka. Let me just search it up real quick. It's 1690 Robson Street. So let's see here. So actually I've overshot it. I've walked in the wrong direction. So stay tuned. It's on Robson. I like getting their toriniku ramen where they kind of separate the pork slices outside, and it's like the most well marinated pork that you've ever eaten, with the garnish on the side as well. It's all good. Oh. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. It'll be interesting to get some ramen. It is Black Friday, so that's November 27th. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving American version. So yeah, like there's a huge shopping extravaganza like in the States, in America, in Canada. So it's pretty cool, but yeah, I'm not picking up anything. I'm just gonna go for food. But come along with me on the journey. It'll be fun. So stay tuned. It should be coming up very, very soon. And just seeing one of these restaurants here, Michi Craft Kitchen. So I've had their like egg rice kind of like dish before. It's pretty delicious. Didn't know they had a downtown location. And just fast approaching the restaurant right here. Boom. That toriniku shio ramen looks delicious here. It looks like award-winning as well, so I'm just gonna go in. Put on my mask. Respect the rules. Hey, can I get a seat for one? Seat for one?
Maybe 5-10 minutes, right? Is that okay?
Okay, sure. 5-10 minutes? Okay. Sure. So it's a 5 to 10 minute wait, so it does look packed in there. Boom. Now we play the waiting game. Alrighty guys, so getting ready to be seated. Thank you. They got the menu plastered on this wall over here. Nice. And just gonna check out the setup. Boom. So what I'll do is I'll just order. I actually know what I want. Could I get this? The toriniku. Yeah.
Is it like shio, shoyu, miso, karabito?
What would you say is the like a regular one? Like shio? The salty one? Yeah, I'll take the shio then.
Yeah. Regular or large?
I'll probably just stick with the... You know what the hey? Let's just get a large size. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you. so have ordered really quick. So they actually have like a standard like chashu ramen. Oh, nice. That's a different one. It sort of looks like a beef brisket. Cold ramen with hot dipping soup. Okay, interesting. They separated the two. I might just get the suku man another time. But yeah, too many things to decide. But yeah, I would have to say that I could have even gotten the grilled salmon bowl combo. But I'll just stick with what I'm used to, the pork slices that they have limited amount, and we'll just go from there. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so just waiting for the Torniku Shio ramen, and just the sheer amount of like flavors that are in the air, it's just very aromatic. And I want to take a quick video before I get served this food. No, it wasn't really much of a preview, but typical ramen station, they actually have glass surrounding the kitchen. I've seen like videos in Japan itself, like they have kind of like the ramen bar, and it's kind of like quite a bit of banter back and forth, but due to like the steamy nature of how everything is, they kind of like close it off from the seating area. So. And I think the ramen's coming up. My mouth is drooling right now. I'm kind of trying to be eager not to... Oh. Thank you. Wow. So I'm gonna set up the camera, but this looks delicious, guys. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so have the ramen right here. Large bowl of noodles. The soup is very thick and brothy here. You can see some sesame seeds. Just look at got the side of garnish. Put the whole shebang in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the pork on the side because it's just so nice and rich in fat. Cheers guys, and hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy during the pandemic. I know it's very difficult, people's mental health is just but a lot of crazy things going on, man. I mean, like presidential election, Trump is fighting it in Supreme Court. Just like major things here, but try to keep an upbeat attitude on it and just take it for what it is and enjoy the holidays. Cheers. The soup is so hot, I just burnt my mouth. Need to let it cool down because it's just so hot. Pork is nice. It's got like that soy sauce flavoring. is so extremely hot. Like I burned my mouth. Hot in the sense of warm, not hot in the sense of spicy. Very rich. Do a bold move and just put all the pork in there. Just let the juices just change up the ramen. And I found it that the pork was getting a little on the colder side. But look how thick that ramen is. So massively thick. I need to filibuster a little bit. Just because the soup is so I don't know, maybe it was a good move after all. Just let the pork warm up in the broth. Give quite a bit of garnish. Pork 100% so delicious. Very thin cut, and you barely need to use your teeth to shear between the two. Give a brief intermission. I'm gonna finish more of this and come back for a recap review, okay? Just 1 second. Welcome back, guys. Jay here. Just about to do a recap. As you can tell from the bowl, virtually nothing left. Literally all soup. Tornigu shio ramen. It's, I believe it's the saltiest of them all. I think the shoyu is like soy sauce based. Shio is fat and salt based. So the pork itself is drenched in like the seasoning sauce, and it was very delicious. When I made the decision to put the pork inside the soup, it elevated the flavor and it just bled into the broth. I feel like I'm wasting the broth just by not taking it home, but I mean, like, for this instance I could potentially just pack it to go, but I don't want to carry too much stuff. So yeah, all in all, Santoka, pretty solid start to this food adventure today. Gonna top myself off until quote-unquote dinner time at a French restaurant. I'm gonna get like a sushi roll and some oysters, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, have teleported to the second spot. no stranger to you guys. Boom.
Take that crown, throw it on the ground.
Gonna go upstairs, dive into their happy hour menu. Actually, let's just make sure that it's on for today, because it is a very good deal. I'm gonna ask them before I dive in. Yeah, it's like a second floor situation here. So, wish I recorded myself as I was entering into the restaurant. They make you virtually check in and for contact tracing, and shortly afterwards they take your temperature. So it would have been pretty cool if I got that, but of course it is what it is. But yeah, what's on the pre-menu for the dinner French restaurant is eat oysters and salmon roll. So had this before in a different vlog, but this time around having just craving oysters, right? And like fun fact, it's a very hearty dish where if you just eat it, it's good to go. So just waiting on that, and stay tuned. Spicy salmon roll has arrived. It's delicious. Nice and flavorful. Just waiting on the oysters now, and then we'll dive in, so stay tuned. You guys are probably tired of seeing my mug, but boom, oysters have arrived. Massive, massive, massive piece. So gonna set up the camera, dive into this food real quick, and then head to the French restaurant after. Thanks again for staying tuned, guys. And I mean, like with the new normal, it's, you guys definitely have to live vicariously through me. But I mean, like, that's what it's all about. We stick together. It's just another thing that's going on in the world, and it's not too bad. But yeah, spritz some lemon. And these things are massive on a bed of ice. Start off with the spicy salmon roll. Cheers. No need for soy sauce on this. Delicious. Coated in sauce here. Cheers. No need to shuck it off. Cheers. It's a very slippery guy. Cheers. Slides it right in. So delicious. I'm gonna do something crazy. Very unheard of. But bear with me, guys. Combination. Boom. Cheers. Tastes like the ocean. Some water. Maybe I think I prefer the oysters just on their own. Shut it out. Very seamless. Boom. Just so good. But anyways, I'm gonna continue eating this. I'll do a recap at the end. Stay tuned. Good sign that meal was well enjoyed. Devoured, actually 8 oysters, roll of sushi, and it's time to head out and maybe do some walking around, maybe browse at some at some stores, just browse around, not buying anything, just browsing and see what's going on. So it is Black Friday. Did want to kind of give a pretty kind of like what day it is and why I'm walking around. I'm actually not really interested in buying anything, but I do want to try out that French restaurant and try their escargot, so snails. So it's gonna be interesting. Continue on for the ride. Oysters, best deal in town. Most spots downtown it's like $1.50, $2. So they don't nickel and dime because these ones are massive. Yeah, stay tuned. French restaurant, the Crocodile. Been there before, had the lamb shank, so we'll kind of see what's in store for later on today. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so just going to the French restaurant, just walking there now. I'm literally just right in front of it. I can see the green sign, and as you can see it's super busy on the street. Ooh, better be careful. And yeah, stoked on French food. Thinking about the menu still, but all I know for sure, escargot, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Menu, boom. Hello. Do you guys have a, well, not reservation, but spot for just one single person?
Yes, I do have only one table left, though. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah. What time would that be?
Right now, if you would like it.
Okay, sure, yeah, that's great.
I'll just need your phone number and your name for COVID purposes.
Okay, Jay. Hold up, I'm gonna pause this. I don't want you guys to know my phone number.
This is the last one, so sorry.
Yeah, sure. It's okay. Table's right in the front. Okay, it's always good. Gonna take a quick look at the menu and just get sorted out. Plating looks very sublime here. Boom. So quickly take a look at the menu. I think I already know what I'm gonna get, but okay, this is just like the wines and stuff, so probably just look at the website online. Stay tuned. Guys, so don't have physical menu, pulled it up on my phone right here. Boom. So appies, foie gras, seared goat cheese, walnuts and balsamic dressing, pizza, blah blah blah. Main courses. Sounds delicious. And cold appetizers, boom. Warm appetizers. Probably gonna get this one, boom, that looks nice. And yeah, meat and poultry, fish, etc. So I'm just gonna sit tight and probably just take a look at this real quick and then go from there. Stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so I actually changed up what I was getting. I was leaning more towards I'll tell you what I was leaning more towards. So I was actually thinking of getting the AAA beef tenderloin served with peppercorn sauce. But when I heard the features, there was like a foie gras, there was albacore tuna, and there was also a braised lamb shank. But yeah, and then after, like, there was also a beef wellington as well. So leaning more towards the beef wellington. I've never had that before. So we'll see how this one fares and turns out to be. But yeah, apart from that and escargot. The escargot sounds very sublime in the sense that the description is just insane. Escargot baked in pastry shells served with garlic, and so that my battery died on me, but yeah. So escargot, it sounds pretty good. The description on that, once again, escargot baked in pastry shells served with garlic and Pernod butter. So those two together, the bitterness of the escargot and just a nice filling wellington. We'll see how that is, dive into it. And I was hoping to get like a description on the wellington, but that's okay. We'll just take it as it comes, and just wanted to give a shout out to the plating here. It's very nice. Nice small butter knife, 2 forks, and a knife here, and a tall glass of sparkling water with a lime. So take this off and just wait for that to come up, but stay tuned. So some appies have arrived. This is actually compliments of the restaurant itself. So first one is a tart with squash and goat cheese. Nice and elegant. And there's some butter here, and some whole wheat and some regular bread. Still nice and warm and soft. Very nice. So going to set up the camera, dive into this, and just get a few nibbles before the main course of the wellington and the escargot comes out. But I have a feeling the escargot is going to come out in like maybe 10-15 minutes, just because I've seen the dish before. It's kind of like plated, and there's the pastry, and there's a lot of like sauce on there. So that's probably going to take, it's not like a quick turn and burn, boom, it comes out in like 5 minutes. It's probably like a 10-15 minute kind of situation. So just going to wait and see and go from there. So I'm gonna set up the camera, guys, and stay tuned. There he is. So I don't want to be a savage here. Probably just use this butter knife. Cut this pastry right in half. Boom. Cheers. Very wholesome filling. Very nice and flaky. And it takes some of this very classy bread here. It's bread. I don't expect it to be too wild, but it's a baguette, nice and soft. Hasn't hardened, just being exposed to the ambient temperature. Change it up, go for a whole wheat one. It's firming up just a little bit. Wow. The butter is just melting right on. Get a little bit more flavoring there. Whole wheat bread, nothing too surprising. Very grainy, very textured.
Escargot and garlic parsley provinciale butter.
Oh, it's very aromatic.
Yeah, and the pastry shell, it's also edible. It's made out of breadcrumbs. And please be careful, the inside dish is very hot. Bon appetit.
Thank you. Well, escargot comes like on a cast iron like serving plate. Stay tuned for this. This is very aromatic, but stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so took some photos. So this one, I'm thinking just might as well go for it immediately. Gonna put some bread on the side here. Maybe remove the bread butter knife. Escargot, nicely plated in a pastry shell. Still super hot. It's cast iron like serving plate. Boom. Cheers, guys. I wonder what kind of like elements or flavors are gonna come out.
Are you enjoying it?
It's interesting. It's very interesting how the sauce and then the pastry shell, and because normally it's just like the escargot, it's just by itself. It's like a little on the bitter side, but how they like do it all together, it's very interesting.
You're enjoying it?
Yes, I'm enjoying
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of sauce on this, guys. Oh. Made a little disaster here. This is where the cleanup crew for the bread comes in. Marshall John. Cannot have that same mistake. Done twice. Boom. Nice looking sauce that masks the escargot, so it's very good. Other places I've gone to, they have it in shell, but this, they just do all the work for you. Take it out, plate it nice in this pastry shell. Boom. Cheers. Pastry shell is crispy, escargot is soft, nice and flavorful elements. So I'm gonna finish this, but stay tuned for the Wellington, and we'll recap at the end. Stay tuned for this. Alrighty guys, so the main course has arrived. It looks very sublime. I'm not too sure how it's going to turn out, but they have given complimentary pommes. It's pretty much like fried potatoes, and then boom, beef Wellington with truffle sauce and asparagus and a white sauce on top. Looks very sublime. Going to set up the camera over here. Just get the bread back in frame. First time having a Wellington in my life, so. Where is it? Cheers, guys. How medium rare that is on the inside. I mean, like, this is probably one of the most intense tasting dishes I've ever had. And when it comes to just getting like a steak, you'd probably want it to be more like meat heavy, but for this, it has the best of both worlds. It's got like a savory pastry in there, and it also has that like wrapped like vegetable in there as well, and it kind of like calms it down. It's not as acidic, and I really enjoy it. So this is the part where I'm going to take a few more bites, enjoy it a little more, and probably get a photo just because how it's cut. Like, that is a perfect medium rare, so stay tuned. Back again. So I have cut up the Wellington in a very butchered manner. The knife, of course the pastry on the outside, it can keep its form long enough to be very nice and pleasant, but it's okay. Big bite right here. Cheers.
Are you enjoying?
Yes, it is delightful. I think I know for a fact why this dish is very fragrant. It's because it's wrapped in a truffle sauce. So it's the Wellington in the middle. There's like this vegetable, and then on the pastry itself, there's like a truffle kind of like paste, and then the pastry, and then it's cooked for a little bit. Cheers. Boom. Dripping on the placeholders, but there's going to be some casualties, but that's okay.
How's the beef Wellington?
It's truffle sauce, right? That's
Yes, truffle pork sauce and the mushroom jig style around it.
yes. That was just like one of the most fine tasting, like sublime, like Wellingtons I've ever had.
Oh,
It's
really?
just-
Oh, great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I'll let Chef know.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, like this doesn't need any more conversation on it. Probably one of the top meals I've ever had for 2020. And actually, I thought I muted, like paused the video because I was gonna just like dive into some bread and some these pommes frites, as they'd say. But I'm gonna pause it here, work my way on this main Wellington, and see how far I get. And I'll just talk more and more at the end. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, I have done the impossible. I have conquered the unconquerable. I've taken down the behemoth of the Wellington. It's like David versus Goliath, essentially, where it just came in so nice and delicious and hot, right on its plate, served up in front of me. And I mean, like, we ended up getting it through it, guys. So this is the aftermath. So essentially, the asparagus was cooked well. It had like a Dijon sauce, very subtle. It's not like sharp like a Dijon that you would normally get like from other restaurants where it's like synthetic. The Wellington itself just cooks so well. The pastry gives a nice flaky texture to it, and the truffle paste along with the wrapped vegetable was the nice pairing that kind of reduced the acidity of the beef Wellington. Very delicious. And of course I have these pommes frites here. I didn't really dive into it that much, but apart from that, I did enjoy it quite a bit. So now I'm just gonna sit tight, unbuckle my belt, and just like pass out because I'm fully done. But apart from that, thank you again for coming along for the ride. And Le Crocodile, it's a French restaurant just in the heart of downtown, just off of the road. But thank you again for staying tuned, and bye for now. Signing off. Actually, I actually have been gifted this sorbet. It's a pear. So I'm just gonna have a quick bite on this. It's on a mint leaf. Cheers, guys. Very strong flavor of pear. You'd think that there's like alcohol in there. But yeah, I'm not gonna make too much of a review on this. It is kind of like a complimentary item. This whole experience had it all. Very nice and fluffy baguettes with butter, and then to pair the escargot with a crispy flair from the pastry, and then after the Wellington that just came out of nowhere and it was just very sublime. And then to cap it all off, it's a nice in your mouth pear sorbet. So thanks again for staying tuned, guys. Le Crocodile. And thanks again for staying tuned for the entire food adventure. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and click subscribe. And if you haven't already, we do food reviews around in Vancouver and surrounding area as well. Thanks again for staying tuned, guys. Appreciate you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye for now. Peace.